honeysuckle soup on a hot summer day. Coffee comes back in a nerve-wracking way. The dishes and laundry take the garbage out. What a day, what a day, what a day.
Well, welcome to Capital Region Today. I'm so happy that you're joining us today. We have a great lineup, as always. We got a lot of things going on in our community, and we want to share that all with you. We will be talking with the Schenectady County Historical Society. They've got a great lineup of events, from howling at the moon and kayaking and you name it. We're going to hear all about that from them. And then we're going to be talking about the Celebration 250 that will be held at the library, and that's going to be held after the 4th. But it's going to be a fabulous event. We're just going to continue celebrating. And then we have a musician coming on who's going to do a little sleight of hand, and I don't know what's going to disappear, but something probably will. And then we'll be talking with a new program that's going on. It's called Soul Expansion Embodiment Dance, called Seed, and you'll hear about that as well. And then we'll be talking with an author who has written a book, and it's paranormal puzzles and the path to communication. We're going to hear about that from John Griffin. But right now we're going to start out with our very first guest. Madeline is here from the Schenectady County Historical Society, and they have got such a vibrant program coming up, and we're going to let her tell us all about it. Hi, Madeline.
Hi, Ann. Good to see you again.
Yep. Yeah. Tell me about what's going on, and we do have them on the screen, so maybe you can bring those up once in a while, and we can talk about them. Yeah,
that sounds great. And I mean, like you said, we all times of year we're doing a lot at the Historical Society, but in the summer especially is really our time to really bring out all the stops and really, just have a lot of fun, right? And also engage people with history.
Exactly.
Especially this year, it's America 250 for folks who
You're going to be having a big celebration on the 3rd, right?
Yes, exactly. It is the 250th, birthday of America, right, since 1776 when the Declaration was signed. Every year we host the county's, Independence Day celebrations, but this year it's going to be even bigger than normal.
Where's that going to be held?
So that will be at the Maybe Farm.
Is that going to be at the farm or in the education building? Or are you going to do?
We're going to be all over the place.
It's going to be all over,
yeah.
Okay.
So there's going to be live music, there's going to be fireworks at the end of the night. We're going to have a George and Martha Washington reenactor.
Oh, really?
Again, food vendors and little historical activities all over the place. We're really kind of bringing out, again, all the stops for, an important milestone in
Is there a
history.
charge for that?
No, it's a free event.
It's a free event,
Yes,
okay.
and it's
yeah.
great for families or folks of any background.
It's a give
to come
back.
together.
You're giving back to the community.
Exactly, yeah, and especially thanks to our partnership with the county to put this event on. We work together to make sure it's available for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's the important thing, is to reach out, right?
Definitely.
And not only that, you're exposing them to what is coming up for other events.
Exactly. Really, I think of our 250th birthday celebration, as we're calling it this year. It's really kind of kicking off our summer programs, right? It's really only the beginning of what we'll do over the next 2 months or so. So that it's starting with a bang, I like to think.
Exactly. So Raymond, maybe you can bring up two of the slides and she could talk about what's, I mean, you probably can tell what it is.
Yeah, okay. I've seen the flyers enough.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
Yeah, so the next couple of programs kind of listed on here. The first one on the left is our Arts and Crafts Festival. Really, I think of that as being towards like the end of our summer calendar here. It's more of a fundraiser for the Historical Society.
They're always fun to go to. I always buy something there, though. I can't.
Yes. So that's at the end of August. I'm blanking on the date, August 23rd or so, whatever it says on the screen.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't
it's
tell
too
my
small
boss.
for us to look at.
Oh, 22nd, my apologies.
Okay.
So yeah, that kind of, again, is the second of our 3 like really big festivals every year. Again, kind of closer to the end of summer when folks are getting ready to head back to school and stuff like that. But it's, a group of, like 70 local artists and vendors who bring their handmade goods to sell at this event. It does cost $10 per car for folks to
so you can
attend
load
it.
your car up and bring people in.
Carpool, shove some people in the trunk,
Yeah.
and that $10.
Hopefully alive.
Yes. But it goes directly to the Historical Society. It just supports, the work that we do.
The work that you do. Okay.
Upkeep on the farm.
Okay, can you bring up another one, Raymond? And there, there's, okay, what is this now?
Yeah, so actually one on the last slide they didn't get to talk about was the Howlin' at the Moon concert series. That's going to be throughout the summer all the way into September. It's just live concert, live
They're
music,
wonderful.
things
They're
like
wonderful,
that.
yeah.
Yes,
and it's such a nice place to be.
Yes, yes.
So what are these?
So on the next slide are a couple of different kinds of tours that we will be doing. The first one on the left is called our Lost Voices tour of the Maybe Farm. I know that on your last show there was some folks talking about Juneteenth, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of important, commemorative moment about the end of enslavement and, kind of the last people in 1860, I forget the exact year, 66 or so, who finally found out about the end of enslavement.
Yeah,
right?
it's an amazing story.
Yes, yes, and the Maybe Farm unfortunately is kind of connected to that story because it was a site of enslavement for so long.
What do you mean it was a site of enslavement?
So
did the Dutch have slaves there?
Yes, slavery was legal in New York State until 1827, and we know of at least a dozen people over the course of the Maybe Farm's history who were kind of kept in bondage as enslaved people.
I was not aware of that.
Yes. It's kind of, well, that's the thing, right? It's kind of this lesser discussed aspect of history
you're
in
saying
general.
your voices, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And so we have this, specific tour that's going to kind of highlight those undertold stories.
Yeah.
So those will be on June 20th because we're closed on the day of Juneteenth. But we run 3 tours.
It's a federal holiday.
Yes, exactly.
And rightfully so. It should be.
Yeah. And if you're interested in a different kind of tour, on the other side of the screen there, it mentions that we do kayak tours.
What's a kayak tour?
Yeah, so I do not lead them. You don't want me in a kayak.
I've never been in one and don't think I want to be. But.
No, but some folks kind of want to see Schenectady literally from a different perspective.
Oh, I see.
And the Mohawk River that we're situated
so you do a
on.
flotilla then?
Essentially, yeah. Our director of education kind of takes
Michael
you
does
out.
that?
Michael,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Mike Diana.
Yeah.
He is an expert kayaker.
Oh, is he?
He kind of takes out on a very kind of beginner level, kayak tour to just go along the river a little bit.
They have to bring their own kayaks, right?
No, we provide.
You provide the kayaks? Oh, wow.
Yep. So you don't need to bring any other materials if you don't
Just your
need
life
to.
jacket.
Yeah, well, we even provide those too. All the safety gear and things like that. And then you get a nice, summer kind of jaunt along the river and
That's so
again
cool.
learn about
that
the
is
history.
a really cool thing. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. We're happy to do those.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that.
Okay. So and what else? I think there's one more slide that's different.
So yes, kind of another aspect of our America 250 celebrations this year is a theater performance called Rendezvous with Treason. It kind of reenacts the kind of infamous relationship between Benedict Arnold and John Andre, who were 2 important figures during the Revolution who were essentially spies. So Benedict Arnold in particular kind of ends up betraying.
I thought that he was maligned. Somebody said he was a maligned man.
It is a complicated story, right?
I know. I'm just,
So many details have been lost to history,
Yeah.
but this is, kind of one perspective on what that relationship may have been like, how and why these men ended up doing what they were doing.
And they were traitors.
Yes.
There's no question about it.
It's called Rendezvous with Treason for a reason.
All right, there you go. You hit right on it. Yeah.
Yes, but I personally, I'm very interested in how we can use art to explore history. And I think that theater performances and things like that is a really interesting way to do that. So I'm looking forward to that performance.
And you did mention the museum. Is the museum open this summer? As always?
Yeah, so the main museum in...
That's on Washington Avenue.
It's on Washington Avenue, yes.
Yeah.
It's actually closed to the public right now.
Oh, really?
But it will reopen July 9th, I believe.
Are you renovating or what?
There is a film crew on site for a while that I cannot disclose any more information about.
No, that's okay.
Wink.
You come back again.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, but once it is reopened, we're open 6 days a week, and folks can just come in, see our exhibits, especially our
Is
new
your library
exhibit.
open though? The library is also closed?
We can occasionally make an appointment.
Yeah, because their genealogy, I call it a genealogy library because if that's how it feels.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing library of ways that you can look back at ancestries. And I spent hours there just poking around and trying to find family members and where they lived, and it was really exciting. So I think you've got a great, but you've got a great lineup.
Thank you.
For the summer, and they can also go to your website to get more information. Is that correct?
Yes. So SchenectadyHistorical.org/events. It has all of our events that are always going on, links to buy tickets. I especially encourage you if you're interested in seeing the stockade. We have our wine and walks, and we have family programs. We have just so many things going on. So I really encourage folks to
and
check it
I
out.
wanted to ask you, and this is probably off base, but maybe you don't even know the answer. If I'm a member actually, so I've got my little card. Are they part of the New York State program where you can go to other museums?
Yeah, the Empire State Reciprocal, yes, at a certain membership level.
So get a membership, right?
Yes, and it kind of, members are really a huge support for us, and at a certain level, you get these kind of reciprocal programs.
So you go to other museums.
You get free.
Maybe not every, but most of them.
Yeah. Well, there's also you're also part of the North American reciprocal program that gets you in all over the country.
Oh, good.
To all sorts of events.
So bring your card with you.
Yes,
Join
definitely.
and bring your card with you.
Yes, we appreciate the support.
You get a big bonus there.
Definitely.
Thank you, Madeline, for being on the show. You're always so delightful to have, and also so informative as well.
I'm happy to do it.
Please say hi to Marion too, Michael too.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to switch over here, and of course, we were just talking about what's going on for the 250. And I guess you're doing it too at the library, right?
Correct, yes.
So tell me a little bit, who wants to take the lead on this? You're the lead guy. Okay, Don is here.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name is Don Hyman, and thank you so much for having me here. I got the call from Janice Walls, who's part of your staff, and she says, we got to have you as part of this, what's called America 250. And I'm like, Jan, what's this all about? And when she broke it down to me, then she also mentioned that I would have to sit in for her because she would be on vacation. So here I am. America 250 is going to be a really wonderful celebration on July 12th at 2 p.m. to about 3:30-ish in the McKesney Room at Schenectady Public Library. It will feature a lot of music from the 250 years of America, going back to 1776, colonial type music, as well as moving into like the American songbooks, some Broadway musicals. And a lot of local people are involved in making that show possible and making it happen. One person who I was really impressed with was someone who's working here right now, and that's Malcolm Kogut. Yeah. He's the piano player, and he's going to be featuring some slides that people can sing along to. So I just envision it as being standing room only.
It's one of those. It probably should be held at Proctor's.
Well, who knows? By that time, it might get moved over. But for now, it is what it is. But there's going to be a fife and drum, representing that period. Judy, Miriam, and Bill from Slock will be doing some songs. Of course, my friend Kate Dudding is a storyteller. She's going to be doing something a little later in this segment.
Yeah.
Jan herself is going to be doing a version of Summertime, representing.
She's got a beautiful voice.
Representing George Gershwin. There's going to be some songs from Oklahoma and 1776. Appropriately, of course. And my call was, what should I do? And I'm looking at Malcolm right now because when I called him, I said, Malcolm, you're the piano player of all time, so I'm going to represent some piano players from the Harlem Renaissance. Ooh. And I thought about Duke Ellington. Ooh. Because I wanted to do jazz legends who were in their time legends, but also legends today. So I'm doing a mini tribute to Duke Ellington and the Nat King Cole Trio. Not Nat King Cole, but the Nat King Cole Trio. And there's a difference because most people don't know Nat King Cole, the Christmas song.
Nat King Cole's music, yeah.
The Christmas song, Mona Lisa, Nature Boy, all of those songs.
He was a wonderful performer.
And they think of him as a vocalist. they don't really think of him as
But
a pianist.
he started out as
He
the
s-
Nat King Cole Trio.
He started out with the Nat King Cole Trio as a pianist only.
Oh, I did not know that.
Only as a pianist. And one night, some drunk in the place demanded, "Hey, buddy, you gotta sing a song. I paid good money for this." So the owner's like, "Sing a song, sing a song, sing a song." So he says, "I just rather die with Sweet Lorraine."
He had such a wonderful presentation.
The voice of most people I know that accompany themselves is usually a lot better because they know the key and the tune and everything. But we're the better for it because after he started singing, and I have several CDs with him just doing piano, he did come up with some tunes that I chose that really kind of represent the American dream, because when they built America and we expanded to the west, from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the Atlantic to the Pacific, there had to be highways in the 20th century that would take you there. And the one that was most popular until recently was Route 66.
The big one.
And that was one of Nat King Cole's Trio's biggest hit songs. So
Yeah.
if you ever happen to travel west, take the highway, travel my way, that's the best. Snap your fingers. Get your kicks on Route 66. It goes through St. Louis, Oakland, Missouri, and Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty. You'll see Amarillo. Here we go. Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, King and Barstow, San Bernardino, if you ever take that time-a-lee trip. So that's going to be one of the songs. We're not going to tell you the rest, but Malcolm and I, they had to buy a new roof that day we rehearsed because he took the top off. So
Wonderful.
everything that day, from the minute it begins, we hit the ground, is going to be nonstop and really, really hot.
I really like the idea that you're not doing it like on the 3rd or 4th. You're doing it at a separate time that we're going to really kind of give people a break so that they can still jump into it.
I like the idea when she called that, as well as the young lady that was on before from Schenectady County Historical Society, that people have perceived this particular celebration as not a one-day event,
Yeah.
but they're spreading it out.
Yeah.
Because if
I
we
love that.
had all the events at the same day,
You couldn't do it all.
You couldn't do it all.
Right.
But this gives you an opportunity to do this, that one, and the other one, and this one is inside. It's nice and air conditioned. And I can just see standing room only right now.
It will be. Well, they get standing room only normally. Can you imagine what's going to happen here?
Oh yes,
It will be
definitely
sitting
And-
on other people's shoulders.
But there's a VIP seat for you. Okay.
Oh, goody.
All right, it has your name on
Has
it.
my name on it.
In the front row. And I'll probably be giving out roses to all the ladies.
Oh,
Let me
he does
stop.
that. He loves to do that. So, Kate, you're going to be talking a little bit about.
Yes, I'll be telling 2 stories. One about George and Ira Gershwin auditioning a stenographer and part-time nightclub singer to appear as the second female role in Girl Crazy. And there'll be a sing-along with that song, with that story. And then the other story is about a composer who really wanted to compose, but he couldn't play the piano, he couldn't read music, but he persevered.
He had a dream.
He had a dream, and he ended up publishing over 1,000 songs.
Ooh.
I won't tell you who, but today I'm going to tell you a story about South Pacific, the musical.
So you just dangled that in
Yes.
front of me?
Yes. Maybe after the show. No, you'll have to come.
Okay, go ahead.
James Michener wrote in his autobiography, "I have been extremely lucky throughout my writing career." He was certainly very, very lucky with his first book, Tales from the South Pacific. Now, he was very qualified to write those 19 tales because he spent 4 years during World War II in the South Pacific. 2 years in battle areas, and then 2 years, as he said, in paradise. He was chronicling the U.S. Navy history during World War II, and he was also a troubleshooter going to naval bases. So he was out of the fighting, but he ended up visiting 49 of the thousands of islands in the South Pacific. When the war was over in 46, he was 39 years old, and he returned to his day job. Do you know what that was?
I have no idea.
He was the editor for social studies textbooks for Macmillan Company. Yes. But his book was published later that year, and it won the Pulitzer Prize. Whoa. That is rarely given to someone's first book. And in addition, Richard Rogers and Oscar Hammerstein read the book and wanted to use that as the basis for their second musical collaboration. Oklahoma, as you had mentioned, had occurred. But when the financial manager was talking to James Michener, he said, you know, we can't give you the normal 1.5% of the royalties that the author of the book gets, because you've given us 19 separate stories. And Oscar's going to have to work real hard to make one cohesive story that has a dramatic arc. So James Michener said, well, what can you give me? 1%. That's fine. But by the time they got into dress rehearsals, it was clear to Richard Rogers and Oscar Hammerstein that this was also going to be a huge hit. So Oscar went up to James Michener and said, you know, we're sorry we can't give you the 1.5% of the royalties, but all those, that's been parceled out. But if you could invest $5,000 in the production, that will give you a piece of the investor's money. And James Michener said, I don't even have 1,000. That's all right. We'll loan you the $5,000 tonight, and you can pay us back when the money starts coming in. So clearly they didn't need the money. But James Michener wrote, while I never received a tremendous amount of money at any given time, I was receiving steady enough money that I was able to quit my day job as a social studies textbook editor and devote all my time to writing. And write he did. He published 25 novels and many works of nonfiction. So James Michener was quite accurate in saying, I've had great luck throughout my writing career.
Yeah, that's a wonderful story. I love that story, yeah. But it's surprising about Rogers, you know, and Hammerstein, yeah.
Yes,
That's
they were gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, they could have kind of like dissed him in a way, but they didn't. They understood. And I'm laughing when he says, we need 5,000. They says, I don't have it. He's, well, how long That's so funny. But anyway, so this performance is going to be an hour long, 2 hours? What do you think?
About 2 o'clock until, according to Janice Walls, 3:30-ish. Ish, yeah.
Got the ish. Okay, it's going to be a great performance. Just the names that you've mentioned, and knowing the two of you are in there, I mean, that just tops it all off. So that should be great.
So that means that we're going to have you in the VIP seat that day?
Absolutely. I'll be right up front.
Or you heard her say it first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Schenectady Historical Society was just talking about their 250 at Maybe Farm. I was snatched to be into that too. I will be reenacting as.
Oh, you're gonna see. I know you do reenactment.
I'll be Benjamin Banneker at Maybe Farm on July 3rd in that event, as well as working with Amelia Paul, who'll be Phyllis Wheatley. Okay. So I'll be walking around looking like with a tricorn hat on that day.
Okay, good. Well, it's going to be a nice celebration. I love the idea of just the wonderful music that they've chosen. Yeah. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to the event. Yeah.
Bye, Jan.
Okay. Yeah, Jan will be here next. And I'm going to switch over to our. Do I have a magician with me?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, Bob. Yeah. So good to have you on the show.
Good to see you again.
And I know I went to your website, and you've been all over, haven't you? You perform everywhere.
Yeah, all over the world.
Yeah. I don't know how you have frequent flyer miles or what.
Well, I've run the gamut. I've done shows in stadiums like Yankee and Shea Stadium for over 50,000 people. I've done, close-up
baseball,
magic.
Yeah.
I was the Mets wizard for the Magic is Back campaign. I've done videos for Viacom, which have won awards. So you name it, I've done everything from small scale close-up to huge stadiums, everything in between, and traveled.
So what got you started? How old were you when you decided you wanted to make coins disappear?
One of the shows that I remember was for my class in 4th grade, so I've been doing it since I was tiny, and designing and building all my own magic. And it just kind of grew, it blossomed. And I never anticipated doing it full time, but I think after college, J. Walter Thompson had an audition to be the Magic Burger King, and my friend said, "Oh, go!" And
you did?
Yeah, I did. And then I, to be polite, I called them to say I wouldn't be in town, and they said, "Well, you won the audition," so I figured, okay, this sounds like fun. And then I got to work with Mark Wilson, who, when I was a kid, had a show on TV called The Magic Land of Alica.
Okay.
And I said, this sounds exciting. So I went to LA to be trained. And then it was beautiful because I got to tour and to do live shows and also do television, but it was a non-exclusive contract, so I could work simultaneously on, I had a magic school, editing a magic magazine, doing
You got
videos.
a website, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I went to your website and was looking over. You actually have an audience here because we have 2 of our guests that are going to be,
Hi
will
there.
be talking with our next segment. You don't mind being the audience, do you?
No.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
So we have, Justyna and Alicia here. So I know that I've seen some of your magic, and
Yeah.
you not only do magic, you have another, you make it fun.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've seen a lot of technicians, if you will, and it's wonderful to watch. They're very clever, but to me, it's not entertaining. And to me, it's ultimately about the show and the inclusion with the audience. So that makes it special for me, and I love audience interaction and reaction and involving, and that means no 2 shows are alike.
Yeah, well, not only that, you're reading the audience at the same time.
It keeps it fresh for me because
Yeah.
I did thousands of shows, and it can get if you don't engage people. So I think that's kind of what makes my show more fun for me and for the audience, I'm hoping. And
So do you want to give us an example and engage?
I can certainly do that.
Okay, you can engage a little bit.
But before I do that, I just want to explain magic is about illusion.
Oh,
all right?
it's an illusion, but that's
And,
fun.
So my question to you,
Okay,
you guys may not know this, but you might. What's the best way to get 3 feet of thread, do you know?
Get 3 feet of thread?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Did you know that? People say it's from the tip of your hand to your nose
Yeah.
is about 3 feet, and
Yeah.
it's.
I mean,
it
that's what they
tends-
say, but
It tends to be true, you know.
it all depends.
Yeah, watch.
How'd you broke that off?
Yeah. Now here's the fun part. Look at that. We'll get rid of that. This is what we call the illusion.
Okay.
And I know it's a little noisy, but you see what's going on? It looks like the thread's breaking, doesn't it? Watch. It's
Yeah.
pretty
yeah,
convincing.
Yeah.
What I'm really doing is I'm not actually breaking the thread. If I was breaking the thread, you would see little pieces that look something like that.
Yeah. So you obviously did not
No,
break the
I
thread.
didn't break them. What I'm doing, and I don't generally tell people how magic is done, but what I'm doing, I'm clicking my fingernails, which
Oh, so they think you're breaking it.
it sounds like thread breaking,
Yeah, I
doesn't
know.
it?
That's
But if I were breaking the thread, you would see little tiny pieces that look
yeah.
something
And
like
we don't
that.
see those anymore.
No, that's not possible because once again, this is only an illusion. Am I right?
Yeah. I heard you snap your finger.
Yeah, exactly. So now the beauty is this is my best trick. I can get these little pieces of thread to
Okay.
change into a ball.
Okay.
Big deal, huh? Sometimes I can get the ball to stick to the thread. That's the tough part. And what I want you to do, this is what we call audience participation. Just blow very gently on little pieces. Excellent. Go ahead, you guys. Yeah? Yeah, good? Okay.
Okay.
Done that before. Watch closely. I just say the magic words. Abracadabra. Watch. They actually appear to melt back together again, don't they? It's pretty convincing. You have to.
You
admit.
had some super glue in your back pocket.
There it is.
That is really cool.
Thank you.
What happened to all those little
And I got to
pieces?
say, we spared no expenses, so that's for you.
Okay.
And I thank you.
Is this magical thread?
Well, it is, yes.
Yes. Okay. Let me snap my fingers. now. No.
Well,
That's really good. Yeah, because I did see those extra pieces. but-
it is convincing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You think
You know,
they're
it's
hidden inside?
it's the magic of television. Trick photography is how we do it.
Is
and
how
it's-
you
yeah.
do it. Yeah.
You didn't know
You know, that was really good.
Thank you.
Because I've seen him work, and it's like, how did he do that? You know?
Magic. You don't believe in magic?
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to help out? Sure. All righty. Well, I have a silver dollar, and I have a penny. And I'm going to give you a perfectly free choice. You have your choice between the. You want to hold out both hands, palm up, and I'm going to. Right. I'm gonna.
Excuse me while I leave.
There you go.
Okay.
How about does that work?
Yeah, that
for you
works.
guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good. Works.
You have your choice between the silver dollar and the penny. Which would you rather have?
Take the penny.
You would.
Oh.
I'll tell you what. We'll start with the silver dollar.
No choice here. No
Because
choice here.
it's interesting. She should choose the penny. Hold on tight as you can. You got
Okay.
it? All right, don't let it go.
All right.
That's the silver dollar, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm going to take the penny. But here's the interesting part. She wanted the penny. Right?
That's what she said.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the silver dollar out of your hand, place it right here, take the penny out of my hand, and place it right there. So you actually end up with the penny.
Okay.
Do you feel the penny?
No. Definitely not.
Now wait a second. I think we just traded places. You should have the penny. I should have the silver dollar. Isn't that correct?
I hope so.
Well,
Let's see.
You don't believe it? This
No.
is the silver dollar. You should have the penny.
Oh, it is a penny. A very big penny.
It is.
Wow. Wow.
Don't
Oh,
tell
it's
her.
a large penny.
I'll
That
say.
was very impressive.
Don't tell her how we did it. All right, thank you.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Should we do one more?
Sure, why
All right.
not?
You want to help
Why
out
not?
this time?
Yes.
All right. Hold out your both hands, palm up. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Somewhere over here is.
Don't mind me.
Come a little closer. No, you're
I'm
keeping
just
everybody honest,
I'm
right?
just backing off here.
All right. Here we go. Watch. All right. These are magic balls. I want you to give them names, any names at all, but they must have names or the magic won't work. Any names?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Ginny and Frederick.
Ginny
Yeah.
and Frederick.
Yeah.
Here's the tough part. You have your choice. Would you rather have Ginny or Frederick? Which one?
I want Ginny.
Ginny. That leaves me with Frederick. I'm going to take Frederick, place Frederick right over here. You know where Frederick is, right?
Yes.
Where's Frederick?
In your right hand.
You're sure?
It's in your bicep.
She thinks
No,
that
no, those are muscles.
It's real.
Those are really muscles.
she thinks I put it up my sleeve.
Oh, your
Yeah.
biceps. Oh, they're still muscles.
No. I'm sorry. This is who now?
Ginny.
And this is?
This is Ginny.
Oh, that's Ginny. Hold on to Ginny as tight as you can. On the count of three, you're going to see Ginny and Frederick
Yes.
change places.
How would you tell?
Skeptic. Watch closely. Hold on as tight as you can. I'm going to squeeze my hand over yours. Do you feel your hand getting warmer inside? Any vibrations? Anything unusual?
No.
You don't. Not feeling well. Don't blink. You'll miss it. Are you watching? 1, 2, 3. It's gone. Is yours gone?
Should I show?
Open up.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay.
Ginny and
What were
Frederick.
Ginny and Frederick doing?
I won't ask. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Anyway, and you won't tell her how you did it, right?
Nice.
You don't know, probably.
So anyway, I do lots of sleight of hand.
Yeah, and you
stage
do
shows,
close up and
close-up,
to
stage, strolling.
engage people. Whoop,
Yeah.
that's your thread back there.
That's
Oh
all right.
wait, what is it doing? Just kidding.
Thread lightly, yes. So anyway, yeah, so I do a lot of stage cabaret style. I do family shows, thousands of family shows.
Can people hire you?
Of course.
There you go.
www.bobsmagic.com.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I love doing it.
I know. I first contacted you, I believe, through the you have meetings, right?
Yeah,
Magicians
yeah.
meetings.
So
anybody who's wants to learn a little bit, right?
So there's two organizations in Albany. One is IBM, which is not what you think of. It's International Brotherhood of Magicians, and also SAM, Society of American Magicians.
Are they different? What's the difference?
One is the oldest, one is the largest.
Okay.
So I was the
It doesn't have to do with talent.
No, not at all. Although historically you had to audition to become a member to show that
Oh,
you're
really?
genuinely. And,
So if I can do this trick, I could get
bingo.
in. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And
gonna
I was
happen.
the archivist for the Society of American Magicians in Manhattan, which had a private collection at Lincoln Center, and that was a blast because I got access to magic material going back hundreds of years. So
Really?
it's really.
When has magic always been? I mean, illusions. We talk illusions.
Yeah.
Have they always been, or is that a new phenomena? Is it?
So my feeling is it's cyclical in that interest. You know,
'Cause there's Blackstone and there's
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but you know, remember after Blackstone, there was probably 20 years you couldn't do a Broadway show with magic in it, because there was so much magic that people got tired
They
of.
were-
They didn't want to
okay,
see
it was-
and,
it was
then
overdone.
when Henning came along, all of a sudden exploded again.
It started all over again.
And then it sort of waned a bit, and then Copperfield came along and it exploded again. So there's cycles.
Yeah, but it's always fun. It's
phenomenal.
always fun. We know that, you know, certainly, you know, you're not going to cut somebody in half.
Right.
Well, I mean, it depends, I guess.
Yeah.
But usually you don't cut them in half.
Right.
But the illusion is there, and you see them take the thing apart, and the feet are there, and the head's there. How did they do that? Well, usually, you know, they explain that it can be done. My question, I guess, just briefly, because we're going to our next segment,
Yeah.
is that do magicians share their illusions with
Yes.
other ones, or is this like, it's mine and I'm not telling?
Well, I think very, very definitely they share. Like I learned from a lot of the old vaudevillians who were still around, and happy to share if you're interested and show talent and they want to see you improve. I've also designed and built a lot of magic illusions for stadiums and television and film, and so I think if you're not only enthusiastic but knowledgeable, people want to share ideas and tweak them because even
But not with the public.
Typically not. Although,
Isn't
interestingly
there
enough,
a magician's creed or something?
well, yeah, very definitely. So oddly enough, when I did my instructional videos for Viacom, I certainly heard from the community.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
Now you can see it anywhere online.
Yeah, exactly.
but,
They show that it's how do you put their hand through glass and stuff and all
Exactly.
those. Yeah, I've seen those, and those are rather interesting.
Yeah.
Bob, I want to thank you so much for being here and being
pleasure.
entertaining, and to take my other guests into the mix here. So
Great.
yeah, thanks.
My
Thanks
pleasure.
so much. It's such a
I
such
will
a
see you
pleasure.
soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come to a show. Oh, by the way, July 11th, Coney Island Museum, 2 p.m. I'm going to be performing. So,
Good.
And it's a show that's open to the public, so there's
Good.
not a lot of opportunities.
Get the word out.
Yeah,
Get the
appreciate
word
it.
out. Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Bob.
Okay.
And we have you here. Did you have a good time? Did you get to
Yeah.
keep the penny?
No, I did not.
Okay, that's okay. But were you surprised with some of the illusions here?
Oh, very.
Yeah.
The string was very impressive.
Yeah, he's an impressive guy.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about that right now. We did, but we aren't now. You're doing Seed, which is really an interesting concept. So was this a collaboration? Tell me a little bit more about it. I know Justyna's been on the show before.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we met in January, and from our backgrounds in the arts and theater and science, we recognized that we could come together and create something really powerful for the community and something that was very healing. I was a professional dancer, choreographer, and Justyna did a lot of the ecstatic dance, and she introduced that to me.
So you were able to collaborate
Yeah.
with your talents.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a partnership, we got involved together as a relationship, and we realized that we could do something very powerful. Because I'm a professor of anatomy and physiology, but also a neuromuscular massage therapist. So healing is a part of my
You
day-to-day
got it
living.
all. You pulled everything together
Yeah.
with massage therapy. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Absolutely. So we recognized that there was a need for helping people understand more about what's happening with their body when they move and how healing it can be, and through music. And so my mother had passed not too far before that, and so we dedicated the first of our creation to my
how
mother.
nice.
Yeah, and she was a professional dancer also, so it's just carrying
So it
forward.
came from,
Yeah, that's where it
Hereditary,
came from.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So exactly what is the embodiment? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
Justyna.
last time I was here, I think I talked a lot about ecstatic dance. So, you know, of course, Seed kind of grew out of ecstatic dance, but it's a little bit different. Still, the principle is free-form movement, good for all ages, all levels, all skills. But what makes it a little bit different is that Alicia leads a warm-up and cool-down before the DJ set and after the DJ set, and she includes a lot of different anatomy and physiology, knowledge about your body, about fascia, about your muscles, about your nervous system.
Yeah.
That's right. So we make it a little bit more scientific, not just spiritual. And people come to heal through movement, and they, you know, receive all of that via the combination of both of us.
Yeah.
Right, Alicia?
Absolutely.
So you work together, and it's important. What you're doing is the warm up and the cool down, because you know, it's not just one thing. It's
everything. Yeah, I mean, people, when they want to listen to music and they want to move their body, a lot of people with the sedentary lifestyles we have today, people get stiff and we age faster. So if we can help people understand, you have this whole network of fascia where you need heat, you need hydration, and you need the ability for this thixotropy to melt. So then you can move your muscles and you can really express how you're feeling. And that's where we embody whatever you're going through on a day-to-day basis, and how you can also connect to people in general, right? So it's there for yourself, but also community. We really need you to realize you're not alone in anything you're going through.
well, and that's one thing, you're bringing people together.
Yeah.
And I saw the pictures with, you know, the big crowd there. So how many people come? Like, well, first of all, do you do this like once a week? Tell me a little bit more about it.
Well, we're doing this once a month, and we've had such an interest that we're now going on tour with it. So the next one we're doing is in a winery. You want to mention a little bit?
Yes,
Yeah.
June 28th is the next
Yeah.
one, Castletown-on-Hudson. We just did one in Troy, May 31st, at the Christ United Methodist Church, if I'm mispronouncing it, I'm sorry. But then we're going to be in Oneonta, New York in July. We're going to be in Lake George.
Look at you
in
guys.
We'll
August.
be inside, outside. So the next one's outside in the field.
This is
So-
amazing.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Different
you,
communities.
It's great.
I'm telling you, this between the two of you, your minds must just be working the whole time to get.
Yes, we are.
Oh, it's magical. It really is.
It's
Yes.
really just the beginning of it. I know this may be for a different
You're
show.
going to have to incorporate or something, or do something, because well, you do the horse thing too.
That's right.
Yeah.
This may be for a different show, but we just purchased a horse farm
Yeah.
together.
I saw
as of
that.
last
I
week.
saw that on Facebook.
In Buskirk, New York, where
Yeah.
we're going to do a collaboration between Synergy Therapeutic Massage, which is Alicia's
Yeah.
specialty and company, and Fire Horse Healing, that would be me, and we're going to combine them both together. So be on the lookout for all these offerings.
So you'll
But-
see healing, a little bit of massage, movement, and dance. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, all of it together. Yeah.
And dance is what we're up to now, and it has been now scientifically proven. There's more and more research coming out that dance is more effective for depression than antidepressants that people are prescribing. So why not use your own body, your own movement, your own rhythmicality to get out of your head and into your body, especially in such a safe environment. These events are usually about 2 hours long. We, allow for people to come in, meet with other people, mingle. Then we go into the opening circle, kind of set the rules for the day to make it a safe space. Then we go into the warm-up, then the DJ set, then the cool-down closing circle. And almost everybody who leaves that experience has like, wow, this really impacted me greatly, right, Arisha?
Absolutely. It's all about intention, and when people really can tap into that and shut off their mind and just be present in the moment, dance becomes more meditative as well as healing. And we have this nervous system reset that people don't realize. You can go from that sympathetic state that we're always in that fight or flight response to that parasympathetic rest, digest, and that's where the healing is.
That's where the healing
Our
happens,
body is very
parasympathetic,
resilient.
nerves,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And there's so few places, I feel like, in our society where kids can be with their parents in a substance-free place. Also, all the generations just coming together as a community. So that's also the reason why we love doing it, just to provide for a
To
space
bring
where
everybody
families can
together,
come together.
yeah.
Older people can come together, adults, young people. Why not? Let's learn how to get along.
Well, to me, when it comes to dance, it's like it can be anything that you want it to be. Dance.
Yes.
I mean, it's structured. I'm not saying it shouldn't be structured, But if you're doing your housework, dance through your housework.
Yeah.
Just kind of keep your body moving. And if you put some really good music on, you can
Oh, yeah.
keep going all day long.
Well, that's the thing. I was so disciplined and structured. This actually allows me to let go too, because it's a free form movement. It's just in the moment. So it's almost improv-like with theater, but you really react to everybody else's energy. So each experience is a little different based on the crowd that comes, right? So it may be a little calmer on some, it may be more vibrant and energetic. So you get a really good cardio out,
So
workout.
is this like free flow, or is this structured? I
It's
mean, is
both.
it like a line dance, or tell me a little. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a picture of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, my background, I have many types of dance. I was in many dance companies. So it comes from ballet, African dance. I was in an African dance company, Broadway jazz. I worked with a lot of Broadway legends like Chet Walker, Lonnie Ackerman, Tony Stevens. So it incorporates a lot of modalities of dance and disciplines. So when I'm incorporating the warm-up, you're learning isolation. So how to move one part of the body at a time. And then you can work together and, I can combine those movements when you hear different rhythms. I help them pick out different sound effects,
that's
right?
really an interesting approach.
And then towards the end, when we cool down, it's more of a static stretch, which literally communicates with your nervous system on how to relax with certain receptors within your muscle. So we do a lot of stagnant stretches like you would find in yoga. But in between, during the DJ set, based on which flow Isha's music blends into, I may incorporate some unique things like let's move with just your head, or let's move like you're the wind. And so it's really giving them the freedom to customize their movement, but I'm just directing them, and I give them ideas, and then it's just a beautiful palette of that comes together.
And you have people with different abilities too.
Exactly, yeah.
So we make sure.
So you have to have some flexibility,
Yeah.
because if you're not, if maybe you've had some surgery and you're not,
Right.
but you still want to start moving and getting
Right.
back into it.
And that's the feedback we received. Anybody at any age can do this. Even though I'm up there turning around, whipping around, when it's free dance, I can monitor the room and see where, maybe you can't get on the floor on your knees, but I'm going to give you a modification for what you can do. Feel free to stand. And then I incorporate a little qigong in the end to help people bring their breath
So you
forward.
do qigong too?
Yeah, I did a little bit of that in
Wow,
my past,
wow.
yeah. So there's a lot that this involves, and there's something for everybody.
Alicia used to dance with Jacob's pillow.
Yeah, I danced with Jacob's Pillow.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I loved it. The Jazz on Broadway workshop, so that's what I love. In ballroom, I used to teach ballroom dance and Latin dancing. But the point is, there's
Well,
just
once
so
you're into
many
dance,
types.
you're into dance.
Yeah, you're just a dancer. You always
Yeah.
are, right? So, and it's very beautiful, very healing. And what we do with Isha's background also, it's very complementary.
Yeah, and the seed, was born out of love, and I think there's a real magic in the support of the universe that I came into her life after the death of her mom, who was an enormous, impact in the dance and artistic world of Alicia. So there's definitely magic and the universe supporting, and we're already buying a horse farm.
But the thing is, you have to be open to recognizing what opportunities and what people are coming into your life.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because sometimes you don't expect it, and it turns out to be an enormous connection.
It's true. Isha has a good vision and very persistent, and I'm persistent, but Isha's very persistent, and so that helped. When she can see things and push you, and then when you're ready, you just take off. When you're right in the.
Do you have a website? Can people go to a
Yes,
website? Yeah, what
yes.
is your website?
Highly recommend to checking us out on Facebook, Soul Expansion Embodiment Dance, as well as Instagram. That's where all the stuff is. But also, you can purchase tickets on Eventbrite, either to all 3 dances that are remaining or one at a time. We make it pretty affordable for everybody. Or on Give Butter. Since we're a non-profit, we're now able to accept ticket sales without a fee. So that's exciting.
Well, I think what you're doing is great, and I love your collaboration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love the fact that you're not just focused on one thing, you're focused on many things that can bring everything together, with the horses, with the dance, with the, everything that you
Massage,
do. It's amazing. By the way,
Yes.
Marlene Dietrich, I'm waiting
right.
for that one.
That's right. And actually, I don't know if you remember, but last time I was here, I mentioned a female theater director. Well, this is she.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah,
That's
I
also
yep.
on our radar to definitely do it
Yeah.
at some point. Just now, other projects took, priority. But
Yeah, I was a director and an actress as well, so we're trying to join those forces next.
Putting all together.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I do a movie night for an organization, and I picked Stage Fright because of Marlene Dietrich.
great.
And I thought of you, and I
Did
said,
they
I got
like
to
it?
show this.
Did they they like the show?
I haven't done it yet.
Oh, you
All
haven't
right.
done it? Okay,
No, I
great. Well,
will
let
do
me
it.
know.
I'm going to
Yeah.
be doing it. Yeah.
Great.
But isn't that cool?
That's great.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
great.
That's great.
Yeah. It's just, but so whenever I see her, I think of you.
Oh, that's sweet. Yes.
I don't know if she thinks of you, but well, wait a minute. That doesn't.
Oh, she'll know. She knows. She knows.
Thank you so much for
Thank
both
you.
being here and showing such energy and positive vibrations.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you
and thanks
for
for,
having us.
you know, working
Oh,
with the.
that was great. That was fun.
Anytime. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, your rings are still on.
I
you.
have it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Thank you both for being here.
Thank
Please
you
come
so
back
much.
again. I
Absolutely.
just love what you do. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank
Hope you
you.
join us.
Yeah,
for one.
absolutely. I'd love to, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, hi. How are you, John? I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been hectic, that's for sure.
You
but
wrote a book.
it's finally here.
It's finally here. A paranormal puzzle, a path to communication.
Yep. And you know, it's interesting. You know, listening to to your last guess about bringing people together and such. That's actually part of a theme for this when it comes down to the part the subtitle of Path to Communication.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I know last time we spoke, it was, we did talk about that, how my brother took his own life.
Right. You wore his jacket when you came. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I've got, every year my parents actually give me a
t-shirt.
different shirt
Yeah.
for Jeremy.
Nice. Yeah.
But that's kind of where this book starts off with is just after his passing, and it starts at the funeral. But there's a lot of things about this book that's different. It's not, you could either choose to pick it up and, read straight through the story, or there's interactive portions in this because the whole puzzle portion of it is to try to figure out how the story is going to unfold.
Oh.
So there is actually parts in here, like here.
Oh, you can write.
You can write in it. There's parts where you can go analyze specific photos. At the very end, before the final chapter, there's a final predictions, where out of everything that you've seen, how all the stuff are falling into
comes
place.
together, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen in the final chapter, which is called the Revelation, or Revelations? And basically, I wanted to focus the writing of this book, and I know I think the last few times I've come here, I've like, oh yeah, I've got a book coming,
Yeah, no, you've been talking about it, which is fine, because writing a book doesn't just happen.
Yeah. And this one especially because it's such an emotional process because the book, I mean, it surrounds my brother and I. And
When did Jeremy pass?
July 7th, 2021.
21, yeah.
And
okay.
so
that's
actually, next month is literally
5
his
years.
5-year anniversary of his passing. So the emotions are already starting to come up. So I'm glad that I was able to get this out. But the thing about this is that when I was creating the book, I realized that I was focusing too much on the day of his death and describing all about that. And
it was hard. I mean, it was in you. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I was like, well, is this what this book's supposed to be? Because I feel like I'm focusing on this and not about the path to communication. So I ended up. This is actually the fourth version because all the other ones I typed over the last 2.5 years, I just looked at. Nope, don't like this. Don't like this. Don't like this.
When you went back to look at it again, it didn't ring.
Yeah, it felt like that I was explaining more about his death rather than the communication aspect of us reconnecting.
How close you were, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the other portion of the path to communication part is, it was like, and people will see this. It was like he was leading me spiritually. He was leading me down a path to reconnecting with him, and so that's the main portion of it.
That's why things changed.
Yeah.
In your process.
Yeah. Well, originally the book was called Paranormal Puzzle: The Illuminated Loners.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Then, once it gained traction, I realized I needed to change the title, and I did a Paranormal Puzzle Path to Communication way back. This was a title from a long time ago, but it was before Jeremy had passed. It was more for our great-grandparents. Mm-hmm. But then once Jeremy passed, it took on a new life. But there's also in here too, because I call this the more of the cinematic book. There's QR codes where people can take their phones as they're reading. They can scan the QR codes. It'll bring them to a page where they click the chapter that they're in.
Oh, okay.
They click on that, and it'll bring them to a video.
Pretty good technology there.
Yeah, yeah. It's not when I was looking at this book, I realized that I don't like reading, but here I am writing a book. So why would I want to read my own book?
I don't know. Why would you like to read your own book?
I don't know. I've never thought about that. But Jeremy and I, we've always been gamers, and we loved movies. We loved and especially me. I have to be.
You were very
interactive.
close.
Yeah, very, very close. I found going through. Jeremy, he had a photographic memory. He could look at a page and he's like, okay, got it. And me, I don't have that ability. I've always had when I was growing up, I had a reading comprehension issue, so I could read a page 30 times and not get a word of it. So reading has always been a struggle for me. But I've also noticed, between like people's attention span is decreasing, like we call it the TikTok brain now. Maybe they'll be interested.
I know what you're talking
it's
about,
like
yeah.
Flip through, maybe
Yeah.
1 or 2 seconds.
If you can get them for 2 seconds, you're lucky.
You're lucky, yes. And, I started, and as much as I didn't care for books growing up, the one thing I did find that was kind of sad to me was watching bookstores close. And so...
Books are important.
Yeah, they're very important. And especially if I know people are using the Kindle and all that type of stuff now.
I like a hard book.
Yeah.
I want a book I can hold.
No, same here. Yeah, I don't have any of the electronic ones. But what happens if that stuff goes down? You have to resort back to, back to the things
There's
that actually
something
work.
comforting about holding a book and reading it, turning the pages, and then say, oh, wait a minute. Going back 4 pages.
Yeah.
He did that. Okay, bam, bam, bam. Now you're here. I do that all the time, and especially when they have all the characters in the front of the book, I can go back and see who that character was and how they were related.
And that's actually,
and
you brought up a good point about that.
That's what you're doing.
So with this book is actually a good point that you brought up, the back and forth thing, because that's the whole puzzle element. You may be going through this book and go, wait a second. There's a part here, does this connect? And you end up having to go back.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
And that's why I like the idea of holding a book.
Yeah.
So I don't know, if you use a Kindle, it's really hard to go back and then back. I don't know. I don't use a Kindle. So.
Oh yeah, neither do I. But this isn't necessarily a front to back book. There'll be that point where that's where the whole puzzle is. It's almost like you have the puzzles or puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
And you try to put the pieces together, and you're like, this doesn't work.
No, that doesn't work. Let me put that over there and try this.
Yeah, but then you eventually have to go back.
Yeah.
So that's what this book is. So you can go and read the story from front to back, or you can do the puzzle element and see how the story comes together. And
that's very clever. What you've done is very clever.
And I had fun actually doing it.
Yeah.
And then of course I had to go through and see how the puzzle would fall together. So I had to go through and actually work on it.
Now, where can they get that book if they want to buy it?
They can get it from our website at paranormalpuzzle.net.
Okay.
And there's a menu the menu at the top. They can click on it. It says bookstore. It'll take them or they can do it right on the front page and scroll all the way down. The bookstore will bring them down to that section. There's 3 links to purchase. There's the author copy, which is the non-signed one, but it comes through me. It'll be the cheapest of them. There's the Amazon link, and then there's also the signed author copy. The signed author copy, what I'm doing with that's not listed on there, but I've been doing for every single one of them, is I've been writing messages of hope.
Oh, okay.
So
that's nice.
I try to address it personally to them, write something that inspires, and to tell them to never give up. That's
a lovely way to do that. So they can get that on your website, right?
Yes.
I just want to announce what's coming up, and then I'm coming right back to you, so don't, but I want to get this in before the show ends. Coming up in the fall, we have the Asian Arts New York performances coming up. Conversation with Beverly Schwartz. She's one of the originators of the word STEM, S-T-E-M. Electric City Chorus will be here at Harbinger Theater again. Caring Together, which has to do with ovarian cancer support group. We're going to be having Community Hospice Foundation, Out of Control Ski Club, Schenectady Autumn Inspirations Quilt Show, Schenectady Schools Athletics Awards, Scottish Games, Work, Women's Employment Resource Center, and more. So that's what's coming up. So now we're back. So, anyways, thank you for watching. But I'm going to keep talking to John here. So, and you hang in there too. So they can get your book online. And do you foresee writing another book?
I've already got others in the works right now. One of them is a prequel to this that will lead up to the passing, so it'll be more about the childhood portion.
Oh, okay.
And then there's another one that I'm working that will be the sequel to this.
Okay.
The prequel may come.
You got a prequel and a sequel going.
Yeah, when I was designing this, weird. It had to start with this, the path to communication. And now, looking at the prequel one, they'll have an understanding of, if they look at this first, how things will start to develop.
Read the other one.
Yeah, and then that one may be called, it's tentatively titled The Illuminated Loners. I might bring that title back, I may not. The sequel is going to be Paranormal Puzzle, Nature of the Spirit.
Okay. Oh, I like that title.
Yeah,
That's a good title.
Definitely going to be, and they're all going to connect. That's the other thing too, is that these books are going to connect with each other. So, but
you're an interesting guy.
Interesting in a weird way.
No. I mean, he's been on the show many times over the past umpteen years. I don't know. I've been doing this 28 years, so you've been on, I know, over the years.
Yep.
And even before Jeremy passed. And so I've watched you develop, and you really have done a lot. Yeah.
Well, the main thing now is the hope, and that's what the big theme is, hopes and miracles in this one.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you so much for being here, John. It's always a pleasure to have you on, and when you get your next book, or even if you want to come back on again, it's good. We'll talk.
Absolutely.
Good, absolutely. Thank you for watching Capital Region Today. I'm Ann Perillo, your host and producer, and I just love what I do.